We're live and in living color. One color. Anyway, we're here. We're gonna do a lit match over at the Frantanda Arena.
Yep.
Live from the VIP suite.
You know what I mean? Like there's there's just so much prestige.
Yeah, there's no experience like the Frantanda Arena.
Yep,
and we're gonna be watching a Grave Consequences match from Lucha Underground 2015. Rey Fenix versus Mil Muertes. Now, I heard recently the argument that there's never been a good casket match other than with The Undertaker. And we're going to prove that wrong right now with this match. So we'll see what you guys think. So go to 1 minute and 27 seconds if you guys are going to watch along. Go to YouTube, Grave Consequences, Rey Fenix versus Mil Muertes. 1 minute, 27 seconds to skip past a little bit of the entrance because it starts off hot and just goes. So we're going to start playing. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Seeing the caskets brought out.
Yeah, those are very fantastic. And once again, the ring announcer.
Yeah. Melissa Santos.
How do you feel about
Brian Cage married her. Put a baby up in that.
Tell you
Smart man.
In a PG form how I feel.
Mil Muertes, he's a badass.
I've never even heard of her, but
you don't need to hear it as long as you see. Jeez, Louise in Alabama. That's a beautiful lady.
Mil Muertes is good too.
Look, he's jacked too.
Yeah, he's
I thought Mil Muertes is like 160 years old.
There's so many different Mil Mascaras, Muertes, whatever. This guy at this point, I don't know how old he was, but Rey Fenix looks like a baby here.
Yeah, he looks like
this was 10 years ago.
He looks like a Shark Boy.
That's a little. That's a fucking factory that they turned into an arena. In I think it's like Los Angeles area.
Yeah.
But it's got to be a vibe, man. I would have loved to have been there. So I was watching this shit on a weekly basis on El Rey.
Yeah, because
I had Dish Network or whatever the fucking satellite service was just so I could have El Rey Network, just so I can have this. Plus,
and starts off hot. There's just action right from the jump. What does Muertes mean? Anybody know? You know?
You should know.
You should know.
Yeah, death.
Death? So it means a million deaths.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mil Muertes. And Rey Fenix means Rey.
Damn, his name means a million deaths. That's
Phoenix.
fucking cool.
That is cool.
That's fantastic.
Yep. That's exactly what it means. Like, damn, but I never seen fucking big ass cruiserweights. What the hell is this
guy
shit?
flies.
So,
both of them.
But Rey Fenix is not that big of a guy.
No.
So Mil Muertes looks really big next to him, but if you put him next to like one of the big guys from AEW, WWE, he does not look that big. It's all in the presentation.
Okay.
I wish the sound could be on, or you guys could hear it. Maybe watch it again sometime with the sound on, because I think the commentary, Vampiro is really good, and I think him and Matt Striker are good. This is the only time I think Matt Striker was good on commentary, in my opinion.
Yeah.
IMO. Fenix, he was a beast back then. He was their champ at one point.
So a lot of guys came out of Lucha Underground.
Seriously, dude. If you think about some of the stars now,
some of the great people, right?
Swerve, fucking Ricochet, Rey Mysterio wrestled there. John Morrison,
obviously Penta and Rey Fenix.
Yeah, and Rey Fenix. Yeah. Io Sky was in there. She wrestled a fucking match there.
Chelsea Green was there.
Yeah, I mean, there's just the list goes on of really solid performers that were in.
Brian Cage, we can go on.
Yeah,
we can go on all day.
Cage.
Mr. Get Your Shit In.
He's forgotten.
He knocked the whole casket over.
See, this is what I like about this match is that they use the casket as a weapon here. You know, the casket never really was used as a weapon in casket matches.
Put inside of it.
Yeah. And that's still the point of this is to put him inside the casket, but it's used as a weapon too.
In the grand realm of casket matches, you put somebody in it and then they use the door to get out.
Right.
The door on their hand or something.
Darby Allin has had some good. I think they call them coffin matches there because he has the coffin drop. But
Darby Allin is somebody who I like in small doses.
Mm-hmm. which is what he wrestles. That's what he should be doing. The style of wrestling, he shouldn't be wrestling every night. He wrestles maybe 2 of the 4 major pay-per-views they have a year and a couple times on TV a year, you know?
Yeah.
Do it right.
And he used to be on TV way more now. Like,
he's also climbing Mount
with
Everest.
the whole,
right
now with
into
the whole
shit.
Sting thing, like he's not with Sting. He's not on TV.
I mean, just climb Mount Everest. That's pretty cool. It's a good reason to take off of wrestling or off of wrestling.
Wrestling. These fucking guys, man.
Yeah, ripping off the mask. Look at that. Another lucha ripping off another luchador's mask. He doesn't get it all the way
That's even
off.
more disrespectful than somebody who's not a lucha trying to do it.
That's gotta hurt your face too. Like, I'm ripping this thing that's tied around your face off your face.
He's basically saying, fuck your face.
Yeah, essentially.
It doesn't matter, right?
About your face.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing clear. Oh, okay. He got the actual turnbuckle. So for those of you who don't know, they call it a turnbuckle. But the pad in the corner, that's not the turnbuckle. The turnbuckle is the thing that actually holds the rope there. I've sold many turnbuckles in my life.
See, this is something that I enjoyed about Lucha.
Oh,
is they've brought in the hardcore aspect. So, you think he's going to bleed?
Of course he is.
oh yeah.
Because they're using a weapon.
You can't take that
and not be bleeding.
Nope.
And there we go. And they even tore away the mask, which I'd like to be able to see. They did that in the Penta match too that we watched.
Yeah.
You know, he tore his mask away and hit him with the light tube, and he just was gushing. You know, it was crazy.
He's choking him now. He's a bloody mess that's getting choked.
With the turnbuckle.
A little bit of volume, so we can just hear some of it, and y'all can't. Because when YouTube taking us down, because that's how they'll do us. Even though this is on YouTube, and we're essentially helping drive views to it, but whatever.
That's
nature of the beast. It's all right.
Who's the manager, broad?
Her name is Katrina, and she's equally.
She's not
scrumdiddlyumptious.
No, she's not
I
equally.
like her.
She's very nice looking, but ring announcer.
She licks your face at the end of matches when he wins.
Yeah,
she'll come down and lick your face, and
I don't like that.
I want to be on the. I would lose all the time.
On my face, I'm not
just
a fan.
To have that.
I'm not a fan of that. There's other areas I prefer.
I think that's kind of where I'm going with that. Is that if she'll lick my face in front of people, and she'd do it.
What would she do behind closed doors?
Do things when people aren't looking.
I feel you.
You know, my reasoning makes sense now. You're like, all right, you know what? You're right.
That's fair.
You're right.
That's fair.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, so like, all right, so sorry, get sidetracked here. If you guys are still along with us, they're on top of there's like a manager's office. So Dario Cueto is like the I don't know, like the manager of the like the wrestling organizations. Like that's his office. So they've done some crazy shit. People have gone through it, jumped off of it into the ring. So I don't remember what happens here, but something crazy could possibly happen.
Something happens because they're up there with a spotlight on them.
Well, yeah.
Something's got to go down. Basement.
My guess is he's going flying. Oof.
I hope they land on like.
And then that was it. All right, so yeah, so nothing crazy. That was it. That might have been it. That might have been it up there. No, he's rolling down. That probably hurts. That's just it's just fucking stadium seating. It's just wooden.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, like
feel
that.
good.
That doesn't feel good. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Apologize. Okay, maybe.
Yeah. She wrestled in NXT for a little while. I remember her name in NXT because I don't remember seeing her. But
you gonna get powerbombed through the table? Not through the table.
Nope, just on it.
Table.
And that probably
that's
sucked.
real wood.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's not a gimmick
That's
table.
that's like a 1990s teacher desk right there.
Yeah.
That's it.
You ain't playing around.
That shit ain't breaking.
Uh-huh.
Hell the fuck no.
All right, now we're putting the casket back on the thing. He's just been beating the fucking brakes off the ring.
Yeah. Mil Muertes did that for several seasons of this episode. He just beat the shit out of a lot of people.
What is he doing? You gonna bring the casket in the ring? That's interesting. I've never seen that before.
Because he uses those big wooden caskets always. So to see a real, like, legit metal casket is it's fucking different. It's unique. Like you said, it's in the ring.
Yeah. They don't do that.
No.
Okay, set that up against the ropes so that Phoenix can have his comeback moment.
Of course, because that's the rule of wrestling. If whoever sets it up is going to eat it,
Yeah.
right? You set up a table, that means your ass is going through it. You're not putting the homeboy through it.
No shit.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay, there we go. Rules broken.
Man.
I probably dented it up too.
No, that fucking hurts. I don't give a fuck. You could practice that at 1700 size.
Yeah, it still
That
sucks a
shit
dick getting thrown into something made of metal.
like,
You know?
I don't know. I'd eat that bone. No problem.
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would too, only because we did shit like that when we were younger, like on grass. But I think anybody else would be like, yeah, you know what? You can not slam me into a casket, please. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
Right, yeah.
I'd rather not,
Yeah.
but that's not a bump I'm afraid of.
Now, higher up is what I'd be more afraid of.
Yes.
Onto something, like a guardrail, a casket, something like that. It would suck, but sure, I'd rather take that than something high up. He got blood in his chest. He got cut up probably from the casket.
No, it's just dripping.
That far down?
Yeah, blood's crazy.
Damn.
Blood's
It's all on
wild.
his chest and shit.
I cut my fucking finger on a tape dispenser the other day. I bled like I was fucking dying.
Yeah, it's your appendage. That's why they cut themselves on the head in wrestling.
Yeah, nah.
Oh, damn.
That's it.
Damn, that was crazy.
Put him in the fucking coffin.
That was like a fucking
Hurry
top
up.
row code breaker or something.
Yeah, no, that was,
Fuck.
and he spiked the shit out of it too.
Jesus Christ. His finish is a flatliner anyway, which is a slept on move. Ooh, yeah, he is leaking. Whew. Fuck. He is bleeding his fucking ass off, man.
He just died Mil Muertes.
A million times.
He hasn't died. That's
No?
the whole.
He still lives?
Yep. He's still there. He's doing it.
That'd be crazy if he died a million times.
Because the
and a
Phoenix
million
rise
one,
from the
he
ashes,
died for
right?
real.
Yeah.
You say that, and that was really a big storyline of their feud. Was the Phoenix will rise from the ashes? That was essentially his character.
Well, that's
Yeah.
why the name is Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense.
Yep. And this was probably his best feud, Rey Fenix, and he's had a lot of good ones. Actually, we're talking about guys that came from here. Escobar.
Santos
Oh,
Escobar.
Yeah, he was King Cuerno on here.
So we went to Dynasty, and my favorite performance of the night was from somebody who was there before.
AR
too.
Fox, yeah.
AR Fox.
Dude, he is fucking something else. He's a trainer, which makes sense, but he's just better than just the moves he did that night were better than anything anybody did.
Incredible.
It was fucking crazy.
AEW just killed it, like in general. Like,
Their in-ring stuff is
that's what I'm
nuts.
saying. Like
It
any
is.
moves that they.
That's what I tell everybody who's unfamiliar with AEW. I said they know WWE. I tell them watch WWE if you want good storyline and decent wrestling. If you want good wrestling and decent storyline, that's when you watch AEW.
Yeah.
It's
simple.
but it's hard for somebody who is used to storyline.
Although
to
AEW
get in-
storylines, they get
Some
really
of
good.
some of them.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Adam Page came out and cut a whole fucking promo in Spanish the other night at their event, the CMML event. I was like, that's
I could do without him.
pretty
doing
badass.
anything.
It was good, man. I like Adam Page.
I know you do. I
Yeah,
don't.
he's
fucking. He's the
I don't even like Cowboys or anything country of
He's
any
the
kind.
most
Maybe I like him.
terrible wrestler you ever seen in your life.
No, Ultimate Warrior is.
Yeah, that's without question.
But I just don't
Kali's
like
up there. John Gonzalez, they're both up there.
So, Hangman Page and Charlotte, I have the same view on them.
They suck,
They're okay.
apparently.
They're good in the ring. But I just don't want to hear them ever speak words.
Fine. Damn.
I wouldn't mind watching Page fights people. But when he starts talking, get this fucking guy off my screen.
Yeah, you like to tell them these.
So that's like the so that's the Will Ospreay effect.
That I like Will Ospreay
Yeah.
because I only understand half of what he says. So that
And
makes
it's
it,
bruv.
that makes
But-
it makes it better for me because it's just at the point where it's gibberish and it's just like this fucking guy is awesome because he's
Right.
just going
No, but I mean,
bro.
no, but I'm just saying, like, he's a great wrestler, but
Oh, he's
there's
great.
nothing else.
Oh.
But watch him.
Like,
Oh, he just
on,
clotheslined the
on,
fire
on
out
the
there.
mic.
Yeah,
That's
he
what
did.
I mean. Like, that's what I'm talking
Oh, she's hurting. That looks like period cramps.
Oh, those are the worst.
They gotta be.
Little insecurity.
So with Ospreay is like he'll say stuff off the cuff, and then you see in his face like I shouldn't have said that. It happens quite often with him, where he gets
Whoa.
into it, and he's just like, okay, I'm going to say this, and then after he says it, he's like, oh, well, I shouldn't have said that. It's like when he said the reason AEW sucks right now is because you're the world champ about Moxley.
Yeah.
That was instant regret, sure.
Instant regret. You could see it on his face.
Mm.
He just said that his company sucks, which he didn't mean in that way, but he said it.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, these guys like Phoenix is great, man.
He is.
He really is. He's fun to watch. It's unfortunate that as soon as he came out in WWE, they're like, oh, let's go ahead and put you with Dragon Lee and these guys. Like what I was worried they were going to do with Penta, they did it with his brother instead of him.
They don't know how to fucking book Spanish people there. They just don't.
I
If your
mean,
name isn't Rey Mysterio or Eddie Guerrero, they don't know what the fuck to do with you.
Well,
They don't.
They tried to book Damian Priest well for a little bit.
Now, you know what Hispanic gimmick, like, worked was Del Rio. Like, that just worked.
It did.
I'm just saying, like, he was a Hispanic dude. Like, yeah, like, that was, I'm just
it
saying,
worked because of who he was.
opinion. True. Like, the character, like, who actually he is, but that's
So she closed the casket
Yeah, she's done with him. She's moving on.
because he clotheslined her.
They were already having problems before that.
Well, you know what you say about Hispanic women?
I love
You know what they say about that? Why everybody's afraid of Hispanic women? It's right there in the name. His panic.
No, it makes sense. She has my heart, though.
No, come out with the ring out. Oh, look at this Dia de los Muertes. Look at all these people.
And this
Their
was the
faces
aspect
painted.
of
This is
Lucha
very
that I liked
theatric.
because Robert Rodriguez was the producer.
Yes.
So
Okay.
It's a very,
Yeah.
very
And he's
theatric.
around here now.
Pulling the
yeah, and you
casket
also
out.
look at some of the credits. Chavo was part of it. There are a lot of people that were like really influential helping make the
think,
show.
if I'm not mistaken, I just saw Leva Bates, and that's Blue Pants.
Yes. Yeah, she was a big part of this.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I saw that pop up there.
Yeah.
And she's actually very talented as well.
Yeah. So there you go. Some little Lucha Underground. It was a fun match. I'm telling you, there's a lot of good casket matches that they have in Lucha Underground. Lots of fun stuff. But that's all we got.
I know
Three handsome gentlemen
three
watching
handsome
wrestling.
gentlemen, we talk a lot of shit, but if you're able to watch that match and listen to the ring announcers and the commentary, it's actually pretty good too.
Yeah.
Even though we're better because we're the best of the best.
Yeah, we are.
Of course.
Just want to let you know.
All day, every day.
That was a lit match.
If you didn't know, now you know.
See you guys next time.